it's Brooke again. Congratulations on coming back and choosing more for you and your life. Yesterday we talked about comfort zones and why it's so scary and so hard to get out of your comfort zone. Today I wanted to talk to you about changing habits and why that is so difficult. Possible, but difficult. So there's this saying that you can't teach an old dog new tricks. That's kind of true to an extent. Think about when you were learning how to drive. When you were first learning how to drive, you had to think about every little thing. You had to think about when to turn on the turn signal, where your hands needed to be placed, how far you needed to be before you started braking so you wouldn't hit that car in front of you. And then at some point, your brain takes all of those processes and it makes them automatic. So it frees up space for you to do other things. How many of you have been driving to work and suddenly you get to work, you're like, how did I even get here? You don't remember the drive because it's become so automatic. You were thinking about something else and poof, suddenly you're there. So that's a neuropathway. A neuropathway is a habituated way of thinking. If you picture a field of grass, if you were to walk through that field over and over and over and over, eventually you're going to wear down a path that you just follow, okay? So most of us, we've fallen into habits and patterns. We've created these super highways, these programmed ways of thinking and behaving that have just become so automatic for us. It's easy. It is how your brain wants to function. So you're trying to do something new. You're battling this super highway that has been created in your brain. So I want you to think about, you're choosing a new healthy action. Let's say that I'm choosing to go to the gym to handle my stress rather than drinking, smoking, or eating. That's a pretty big resolution for most people. Well, you've got this super highway in your brain that wants you to eat and when you feel stress, or wants you to pick up a drink or a cigarette when you feel stress. That's the habituated way of thinking. The new way of thinking is, I'm going to go to the gym, or I'm going to call a friend, or I'm going to do something constructive. But there's not a pathway for that yet. So you have to consciously choose. You have to become aware in the moment. I'm choosing something different. Oh, there's my old thinking popping up. There's the old programming. I'm going to turn and choose something different. And you have to force yourself to carve a new path. Now, the really cool thing is that saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, isn't 100% accurate, okay? There's this beautiful thing called neuroplasticity. What it means is that your brain has the ability to change. Hallelujah, thank God, because if it didn't, we would all just be stuck in our shit forever. You have to carve a new neural pathway. You have to make the choice over and over and over and over and over again, and you have to wear down a new path. And eventually what will happen is this super highway that you had created will start to grow over. You will start to not be so inclined to take that route. And this new route that you've created will become a strong path, a path that can be easily followed. But it takes time, it takes discipline, it takes consistency. So if you happen to slip up, be easy on yourself, but get right back on the new path that you're wanting to follow. You've got this. I hope y'all have a great Wednesday. Great talking with you today. Have a good one.